Hey everyone, this is Dad's Toys and Things. Welcome back. Today I'm excited to check out the Sofabaton U2 Universal Remote, which was provided by the company for review. That said, I'll be sharing my real thoughts on how it performs for your home entertainment setup. Let's dive in. Let's start with the features that make the Sofabaton U2 stand out. This sleek, modern remote offers wide compatibility. It controls over 500,000 devices including TVs, sound system, gaming consoles, and streaming boxes. You'll never need multiple remotes again. I got the batteries right here. Let me put this on. Now it's saying connect to the Sofabaton app, but just to show you all the buttons, here I got a scroll wheel and the usual remote buttons. Let me set it up for you. First part of the process, you gotta download this Sofabaton app right here. I already did that and I already registered my email on it. Yes, you do have to register your email to the app. Now, as you can see, you have to select your device. This is the U series, so I'm gonna do that. So next, you have to press the underscore button right here and the E at the same time. So let me do that. And you gotta wait until it says pairing. And now it says that please select the remote that you want to connect, and I'm going to connect this remote. Successfully connected. Very easy. Now, you got to add your devices. Add here. You have two options. You can add it by infrared or via Bluetooth. And now as you can see here, you do have a lot of selection. I do have an NVIDIA Shield. It's not on right now, so let me turn it on and see how that turns out. Okay, select NVIDIA Shield. And you got the device name. You can choose your icon right here. I will just say, let me pick one. I'll just pick this one and I'm going to continue. And Bluetooth can only pair one device at a time. Okay, that is fine. I'm going to select next. Okay, and I'm going to say done. Your remote is now connected to your Bluetooth device. Okay. And now we're going to switch on to the TV. And I'm going to select Sofabaton here. Pairing. And then let's take a look here. It says pairing with NVIDIA. There you go. And it's done. Okay, let me see how that works. Now, if we look at the remote, it says NVIDIA Shield. So that's great. It actually has that. And let's see if we can control that now. So let's go back. That's where you see the menu. And I can control the NVIDIA. Excellent. So that replaces my NVIDIA remote. And this is amazing. Okay, that was easy, very easy. Let's take a look at the other part where you can add it by infrared. Now going back to the app, it's saying now that the remote is connected to the Bluetooth device, thus it's disconnected from the app. So you either connect it to a Bluetooth device or you connect it to the app. Okay. So I'm gonna go back here, and if you want to pair it again to the app, you're gonna select the device. You do the same thing where you press this, the dash and the E, and you're gonna connect it back to the app. and you have your NVIDIA Shield here. Now, going back to the setup screen, you have the option to add it by infrared. So you can search by a database. Let's see if I can get my TV. So I have my LG, and let me find my TV here. Okay, so I found my TV here. Click on that and click on next and complete. Now the code library is now downloading. Let's wait for that for a bit. And my TV is now added. Let's press complete. I got now the NVIDIA Shield and I got the TV. If you look at the remote, now I have the option to control the Shield, or I have the option to control my TV. Very easy. So if I click here, let me select this one, and then let's switch over to the TV. And now this is the remote, and I am now controlling my TV. There you go. Very, very easy. If I wanted to switch to the NVIDIA, all I have to do is click here, and then select the NVIDIA, and there you go. Seamless, very easy. Now keep in mind that if you do connect a device via Bluetooth, it will disconnect it from the app. So you will have to reconnect it to the app whenever you switch to the Bluetooth. Like what I did here, I connected my NVIDIA via Bluetooth. So now every time I go back to, every time I use it, and every time I go back to the app, I have to reconnect this remote to the app. So keep that in mind. If you want to remove a device from the app, all you have to do is click here and then remove device. I would recommend that you use the infrared rather than Bluetooth, because as I have mentioned earlier, if you use the Bluetooth to connect to the device, it will disconnect it from the app. So you have to pair it again. Now quickly, I added my Blu-ray, and now I have two LGs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this. Let me just put this down, and I'm going to change the name for this one to LG Blu-ray. There you go. So I'm not confused which one. Although I do have an icon, I'd still like to know from the text what I'm controlling. And if I go now to my remote, now it says LG TV, LG Blu-ray. Now does it control the Blu-ray? As you can see, this is the remote, and there you go. Now, since this is a universal remote, there might be some functions in here that does not correspond to the existing one that you have. For example, I have here a few buttons right here. I got the sound effects and for one, and I don't really have that one here. So what I would do is I would put the infrared, and I'm going to learn from the original remote. So how does that work? It says locate your original remote and points it towards the UI remote. Now, you're going to have to do this per button. For example, if I wanted to learn the on button on the remote, I'll have to press and hold the original button on the original remote. There you go. You can see. And there you have it. And here, because I don't have a sound effect here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this button right here to learn sound effects. There you go. And for this one F here, I don't have it here again, so I'm going to use this button to learn it. There you go. And I'm going to learn it. just like that. So the good thing about it is it is telling you when the status of when it's learning a particular command. Unlike the old ones that I had similar to this, it doesn't really tell you, so it's hard to know what's happening. So let me complete this one and then I'll show you to you the finished product. So I've configured all the buttons that I want, and I'm gonna press next, and I'm gonna say this is my soundbar. Then do I even care, but yeah, whatever. Okay, now I got the soundbar. Okay, first thing that I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna switch to my soundbar. And remember, this one I learned the remote from the infrared from the original. So let's see how this one works. I got these one for, as you can see, the mode, and then this one, okay, and of course the volume. There you go. Oh. Excellent. Now as you can see, this thing right here replace this. Okay, this thing right here replace this, this one, and this one. And all I had to do is scroll which one I wanted to use. It's very easy. In the old ones, you have like 4 different buttons and where you want to program it. But this one, you do have this screen, which make it easier to locate what you wanted to use it for. With the Sofabaton U2, you have full control of your home entertainment setup. If you want to switch device, it's really easy. Scroll like this, you can adjust your volume and all sorts of things to the different devices. Now, that's what makes this very convenient. You also have the ability to customize the button, as you can see here, because I don't really have this one's right here, the input, the sound effects. I don't really have this on this button, but you do have this that you can use and you can customize it to match your need. Of course, you do have to remember where you put things. That's the only drawback that I can see, because if you look here, different configuration here, different configuration, same thing with here, but the basics are the same. You have the play button, you have the forward, you have the mute button, you have the volume, the channel, the adjustment, the OK, the go back, the home button. So you have those as the basics. If you're ready to upgrade from this to this, the Sofabaton is available now, and you can grab yours with 15% off using the promo code in this description below. And once again, thank you for watching, and if you find this video helpful, please don't forget to click that like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when a new video is out. And don't forget to leave any questions or comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Very nice, very sleek.